Never ever buy these Rolex watches at an AD, and here's why. If you don't know what an AD is an authorized dealer. Rolex has them, Patek Philippe has them, Cartier has them. Basically all the major brands have them. They're a place or a store in which you walk in and they're certified to sell their product. When you walk in that store and you want to buy something, essentially they say no to you and they put you on a wait list. In other words, an imaginary list that they just kind of try to put you on to tell you to go scratch. Let's get started with the first watch to never buy an AD. And before I get to that, make sure you wait till the end of the video in which I tell you the #1 Rolex watch to never buy at an AD. So the first watch I wanted to talk about is the Lady Datejust and its entire collection in 28mm. In other words, these are watches that trade on the market, even new today, at 15% off market. Wear the watch for a little bit, it's going to drop to 30, 35, even half price depending on the metal, depending on the dial, depending on the bezel. A Lady Datejust is a piece that they're going to try to put you into to try to hook, line, and sinker you in for the next watch. But in reality, you're better off just going into the secondary market and picking one up yourself. The second watch I would not recommend to buy at an AD is a 1908. And yes, I said a 1908. Where does a 1908 really fit into a Rolex collection, right? It kind of takes over what a Cellini was. It was supposed to be a dressy watch from the Rolex catalog. And we know the fate of the Cellini. You buy it, it tanks 50% right out the gate. 1908 is the answer to the Cellini, and at this point there really isn't that much demand on the market, and again, it's probably a piece they're going to tell you to buy to get something else in which you will not get. You're going to be on that imaginary wait list forever. The third watch I wanted to talk about is the Explorer, and specifically the collection 36mm. It's kind of one of those watches that's neither here, neither there. Is it a men's watch? Is it a ladies' watch? Is it something that holds value? Is it something that doesn't hold value? Is it something that, again, is going to get your ticket in the door for that imaginary wait list? And my answer is no. At something that's a very low entry point, you're going to have to buy probably 10 of these Explorers just to get your name in the list for something like a GMT. So with Explorers already being under retail value in the secondary market, especially two-tones, you could probably pick them up for 10 to 15% off pending condition, pending year. And the stainless steel ones, which are a little bit more popular than the two-tones, but again, they're kind of in no man's land. Not many men wear 36mm for every day for tool or utility, and women certainly don't wear 36 Explorers, at least I haven't seen it. So again, Explorer 36 specifically is one of those very, very oddball watches that I would not recommend to buy an AD. All right guys, so the next watch is gonna ruffle a few feathers, especially coming off Watches and Wonders, and I may be alone here, but I probably won't be alone here as time goes on, and that's gonna be the new gold deep sea. I mean, what in the hell is the point of that watch? When you're wearing a deep sea, essentially you're either scuba diving or doing something where you're going very deep underwater, so you should probably save as much weight as possible. But if your goal is to sink, I think that gold deep sea is something you should definitely throw on your wrist. That's gonna be a dumbbell, and it's gonna sink you right down to the bottom. I mean, come on, Rolex, what were you thinking with that model? And the #1 watch that you should never buy from an authorized dealer is a Daytona. Because you're never gonna get that watch. You're gonna get put on that wait list behind 6 billion other people that want that watch just the same, just to be disappointed. So you should buy that watch from the gray market. But for real, the #1 watch you should never buy from an AD is a two-tone Sky Dweller. Not for any other purpose other than the fact that, I'm sorry Rolex, I think it's the ugliest watch in your catalog, especially on a Jubilee. There's just way too much what I like to call jubilation going on between the fluted bezel and the Jubilee with a fat case and a big case. It just does not look good. I've had that watch on many times on my wrist, and I try to fall in love with it every single time, but every single time I look down on it, it looks like a lollipop. And I can't unsee it. And it's definitely something that you can pick up right around retail, if not a little bit below in pre-owned condition. And it's another one of those pieces that was not gonna help your purchase history in any capacity. If you wanna find out what your actual waitlist time is, please check out our wait time calculator at the link below. And if you disagree with any of my comments, please comment below.